This happened 4 years ago, Christmas Eve. It wasn't dramatic. Nothing chased me, no jump scare. I just haven't stopped thinking about it. I was living in my uncle's old cabin at the time, out in Vermont. He'd moved down south for health reasons and let me stay there rent-free so long as I kept the place from falling apart. Remote, but livable. Town was 15 minutes away if the roads were clear. No neighbors within sight. That year, I didn't go home for the holidays. Wasn't in the mood. Family stuff. I didn't put up decorations, didn't buy gifts. Just figured I'd make something simple for dinner and maybe fall asleep watching old movies. Christmas Eve came. Cold, but dead quiet. Snow was already piled up from a storm earlier in the week. I'd spent the afternoon clearing the porch steps, chopping kindling, making sure the generator was ready just in case. By midnight, I had the fire going, some soup on the stove, a mug of cider, and a scratchy Christmas record playing in the background. Total cliché, I know, but it was oddly peaceful. Around 12:30 a.m., the power flickered once, not uncommon, but then stayed steady. That's when I noticed it. The silence outside. No wind, no trees creaking, just nothing. Like the world outside the windows had been paused. I muted the music, didn't hear anything at first. Then I felt it. That weird pressure in your gut when you know you're not alone. But it didn't feel threatening. If anything, it felt curious. I got up and stood by the front window. The porch light was on. The snow in the yard was untouched. No movement. But I knew something was out there, just beyond the tree line, watching. Not lurking, not hunting, just there. I didn't move. I didn't even reach for my phone. Eventually, I sat down in the armchair, facing the window, and waited. I know that sounds dumb. I just had this feeling like whatever it wasn't going to come any closer unless I left the lights off and stayed calm. Like I was being observed, but not targeted. At one point, I swear I heard something crunch in the snow. Just once, one step. But I still wasn't afraid. I don't remember falling asleep, but I must have. I woke up stiff, still in the chair, with the fire burned low and the room freezing cold. Sunlight was coming through the window. And out in the yard, tracks. Long, shallow depressions in the snow. Not boot prints. Not animal prints either. They weren't shaped like anything I could name. Not hooves, not paws. Almost like someone dragged something smooth and long across the surface very slowly in wide loops. And no entry tracks. No exit tracks. Just the loops. Starting and ending in the exact center of the yard. I went out there in my boots, tried to trace them. The snow wasn't disturbed under the top layer. It was like something heavy had passed over it, without ever breaking it. I stood there for a long time, turning in circles, waiting to feel that same presence again. Nothing. Whatever it was, it had come and gone while I sat there, half asleep in a chair, pretending I understood what was happening. I didn't tell anyone. Not really. I took a photo but deleted it later. It looked like tire tracks from a snow toy or something stupid. Didn't capture how clean the loops were. How deep. How quiet it had been. But here's the thing that still bugs me. The tracks, they weren't just outside my cabin. They passed right up to the porch, right up to the front step, then turned around, one clean loop, and left the way they came. Like whatever it was had come up to look at me through the glass and decided not to knock.